the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. NC State will kick it off to get us underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and it cost the offense 5. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking downfield, it's Leon. He's going to take off here. Now trapped behind the line. It'll be a short loss.
Well, the offense tries to catch this defense napping here on the first play of the game. And how about the pressure to come up with a big sack to start this game?
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And he's tackled after the catch.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch.
On third downs like this, you can only allow completions in front of you as long as you can protect the sticks. That's what the defense did here. They knew where the sticks were. They were able to make the tackle short of the line.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. And the single back takes the handoff. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line. NC State comes to the line quickly. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Fights off a defender. That's a nice gain. Will move the football up to the 27. NC State getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Pressure is coming. Extending the play now. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And he's got it. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. Rips off a big gain all the way to the plus 43-yard line.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Here comes a handoff. Powerful running here. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back as good as we've seen all year with the ability to accelerate through the hole. Positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Snags the quick throw. Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out and showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
It's blocked. It's picked up. This is a live ball here.
Boy, just a tough way for this offense to end that drive. They put together a bunch of first downs, moving the ball, and then to put it on the ground.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The gain moves the ball to a 34.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. Breaks loose at the 45. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a 1st down.
All right, Chris, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen today, they're big. You know, they weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have to have agility. And the way they can get out there in front of the runner, create space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction. And a runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because he's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays. And this one worked out really well for a nice piece of yards and a 1st down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Dropping back, it's Leon. Locates the tight end, it's complete, and uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
That's a great play by this offense to keep the drive alive, and a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
And the Seminoles pick up enough to get a 1st down there. And he'll set up to throw. He pulls it in for a big gain. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination of this quarterback and receiver for a big day.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Return starts from inside the 5. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Turns on the speed. Still going. It's a foot race. Touchdown, NC State. He will score. What a highlight moment. The kickoff taken all the way back for a touchdown.
Man, a kick return for a touchdown is one of the most electrifying plays in football. Everything has to align right. Great blocks. Return man hits the crease just like he did there. Then he's off to the races. By the way, if I'm the kickoff coverage team, I don't know if I'd be kicking to this guy anymore.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here? Or the defense come up with a stop? There's the handoff. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain.
So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Back to throw. It's Leon. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the ball to the ground. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
Chris, I love how this defense is playing in the rain right now. No concern at all with the vertical shots downfield. They're attacking the offense, and here they get a turnover.
Here comes the NC State offense back out on the field now. The last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? In the clear at the 25. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. NC State comes to the line quickly. And then 1st down, right back to the running game. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Brings up 2nd down.
Here's the 2nd down play. They'll run it to the right side. Running with purpose. Just trucks through the defender. Also out of bounds, close to the end zone.
NC State 13, Florida State 7.
So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Nothing doing there. They're still 2 yards from the end zone.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Here comes some more big bodies out for the defense. He'll try the option play here. Pitches to the back. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Point after, not right through. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown. So they got to bounce back from that right away. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Dropping back. It's Leon. Tries the right with a quick throw. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Lets it go quickly. Oh, and another incompletion.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the...
And he's muffed it here in these rainy conditions. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble.
Well, that returner might not see very many more chances in this game. But that's a real heads-up play by his teammates to recover the ball so the offense can keep possession.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Fires this one deep middle. It's caught downfield. And the stop is made, but not before a huge gain. Moves the ball to the 32.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. NC State comes to the line quickly.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
No shot to bring him down. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line. Second and goal for the offense. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the PAT is good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. This one will be fair caught. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Are coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
The Sauk were able to bring him down quickly.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Sideline catch made, but out of bounds short of the 1st down.
The key here to me, Chris, is the receiver runs a precise route, and the timing is impeccable. The quarterback cannot hesitate, because if he does, it could be pick 6 going the other way.
It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, NC State.
Well, an aggressive approach by this offense backfires. The defense not fooled at all. Good job of stepping in front of this throw, and they take it back for a touchdown.
And now here comes the point after attempt. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now they get set to kick it away.
NC State 34, Florida State 7.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the back.
A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris. Is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up.
Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Bringing you back, it's Stewart. And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. So, here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. He's moving out of the pocket. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And he's going to rifle this one deep to the left side. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Big gain moves the ball across midfield to the 45. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback dropping back. Fires it to the wide out. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Touchdown, North Carolina State. This offense really clicking.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And they tack on the extra point. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Leon. Looking for his big tight end. He's got a receiver wide open here. An explosive play. They finally got him, but at the 40.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And that one's picked off. What a play. Physical run breaks through a tackle.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with it.
Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? Inside the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches the football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the point after is good. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
That's how you get after the quarterback. This is a great play by the defense of being able to affect the timing between the quarterback and the receiver. And, man, how about the hit at the end of the play? Man, he laid the hit stick on him there.
And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. It's third down for the offense. It's a heavy blitz look here. Let's see if they bring the house. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The Noles lining up here on 1st and 10. Dropping back. It's Leon. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And it's complete downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. First down and 10.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be.
On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So it's third down, but out comes the field goal unit. They'll try to add 3 points before halftime. This try is no good. And the score remains very lopsided. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick this away to begin the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. It's an option look. He'll pitch it. Game moves the ball out past the 25-yard line. NC State comes to the line quickly.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Crossing the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. This NC State offense is moving quickly down the field. Quarterback's got it on the option. And now it's fumbled. What a decision. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half, really the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Running back with the football. Football knocked loose in the backfield. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
Now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he steps out, but that's the takeaway this defense was looking for.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And the Knowles move into the red zone. The offense bracing here for a heavy blitz. They're going to run it. And bulldozing his way through. They finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice game.
Looking for a gap. It's Harris. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down mark.
Chris, I just don't know about short gains like this, especially keeping the ball on the ground. The clock keeps moving. They need points on that scoreboard in a hurry. Got to throw the football. You cannot afford to allow this clock to keep ticking.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. And they stop him just short, but defense really backed up now. It's first and goal.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for it.
They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-holed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The coach is not feeling the field goal attempt. They're going for it on fourth and goal here. Back to pass. It's Leon. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Now they line up to kick the extra point.
With the carry.
And it's good.
The kick is good.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
NC State 48, Florida State 14.
And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Lets it go as he's being hit. He's got it on the left side for a big gain. Out of bounds, but not before a big gain. This offense is ripping the defense apart today.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Going to try to... The ball is loose. The defense recovers the fumble.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They call the counter run here. Breaks loose at the 40. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They'll try the left side with a toss. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
So it's third and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. That's a design quarterback keeper. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs.
He's got room looking for the end zone. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back or it can set up.
Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Knowles. Now the try here for the extra point.
In the end zone.
Wow, the PAT is no good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Bringing it out. It's Stewart. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. That fumble in the last possession set up a touchdown. Can they bounce back from that costly error here? They bring him down right at the 20. NC State comes to the line quickly.
That's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
At the 22. Third down coming up.
That run sets up a critical third down play. They'll try to run for the first down. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this run.
It's a fake direct snap to the up man. Cannot even make it back to the line. The return team does a great job snuffing it out and stopping it. That fooled absolutely no one. They were all over that. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. To throw, it's Leon. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play. Coming up, second down and goal. Offense looking to throw the ball. That pass is no good. Incomplete to wrap up play here in the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, NC State 48, Florida 20.
Crucial play to begin the new quarter. The offense sets up with a 3rd and goal. It's a run. Running back's got it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Field goal here doesn't help the cause. They're going to go for the touchdown here on 4th down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. No, he didn't get there. Tackled short of the marker. That is a crushing play as he tried to cut into this lead. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. They'll run the option. He'll toss it to the back. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
Offense operating from the pistol. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket. Quick throw to the left. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Boy, questionable call there on 3rd down. I know they don't convert, but why not run the ball? Keep the clock moving, especially working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Now you got a big decision here on 4th down and short.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. The loss sets up a 2nd and long from the 20. Back to throw. It's Leon. Comes up with the catch. And that's a quick tackle, but they pick up solid yardage on that short throw.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Sack sets up 2nd down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. It's a turnover.
Oh, man, the rain ended up acting like an extra defender on this last play. The runner seemed like he was holding onto that football so tight for one moment and then watching it slip away the next.
Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. Fights off a defender. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Hey, it's a great job of running the football. It's the right idea, but the back's got to stay in bounds because remember, with the new rule in college football, the clock still stops momentarily until the referee sets the play clock for the next play, and then it'll start again. So stay in bounds and work that clock.
Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
You know, sometimes, Chris, we get caught up in the speed and the quickness, and obviously those are important assets to have as a running back. But what you just saw from this guy, and he's had a pretty good day, is his ability to break tackles in the open space. And he gets through those arm tackles. You can see what he's capable of doing after being able to shake free with the speed that he has.
Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Touchdown, NC State. And this one is getting ugly.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. State offense heads back onto the field. The fumble the last time out symbolizing their struggles here today. That's why they're in a big hole. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Sticking with the running game. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
To throw, it's Leon. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Going the other way, can they stop him? Touchdown, North Carolina State. And the defense adds 6 in the interception return.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play. Boy, they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
Automatic in the PAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. This has been a demolition, a monumental beatdown. Time to just put the controller down and walk away.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that 1st down marker. Well, this one ended up being a blowout. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.
Yeah, I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up. But give credit to this team for coming out with a good game plan and just dominating the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.